There's many things that come to the mind when you think of the moon, but strange artifacts probably aren't one of them. Scientists, researchers and space agencies have revealed that our moon is interesting. Not only is it Earth's only natural satellite, but data has shown them that artifacts could have been left on the moon by past civilizations. This is according to recent studies carried out by artificial intelligence. We have scanned the moon over and over, and every year it seems that NASA and other space agencies uncover things previously unknown to us. There are others who have said that the moon is full of mysterious artifacts, and that some of them can be seen when looking through old NASA images. What's interesting about these claims is that some of them are even backed up by former NASA workers, with them saying that some of the older Apollo images shows what appears to be large-looking structures on the moon's surface, and that in some cases NASA even asked them to edit out these in order to not cause panic. Bold claims require hard evidence, but people like Dr. Ken Johnson, who previously worked for NASA, said that they've seen these images that show mysterious anomalies, and that some of these can't be explained using explanations such as camera anomalies. Dr. Ken Johnson Sr. was a consultant and was employed by NASA, working in the Lunar Receiving Laboratory in 1971. He details that one important part of his job was to package and ship lunar samples to science labs. While working at NASA though, he details that he witnessed NASA photo technicians painting over mysterious anomalies, adding that some of these were mysterious flying objects that had been captured during the Apollo missions. He said that he witnessed these anomalies firsthand, and that it wasn't just unidentified objects that were being edited, but other strange anomalies that had been captured on the moon were also erased. Others who have worked for NASA have backed up these claims, and said that the space agency actively edits their images to ensure that none of these mysterious flying crafts are featured, and says that the dark side of the moon is hiding many interesting anomalies. One photograph that's of particular interest to those who have studied moon images is this one. It allegedly shows two large pyramid-like structures, with amateur researchers saying that they both measure larger than the Great Pyramid at Giza. Online users who've seen the images have said it does look like there's two pyramids next to each other, and continue to say that it appears that there could be other anomalies in the photograph as well. Online researchers who have spent countless hours studying these types of images have said that many of them show strange things, and that NASA researchers themselves have admitted that even they haven't seen some of these images, saying that millions of photographs have been taken by space agencies, and that they don't have enough employees to sit there and look through every image. This is why amateur researchers have said that some of these mysterious structures can be seen on the moon, because it's likely NASA hasn't edited it yet. One online user was quoted as saying the following: "With the amount of moon photographs out there, I still find it interesting that every so often something strange is found hidden within them. There's so many of these anomalies, and people are just calling it how they see it. In the majority of these cases, it does in fact look like that there's strange objects on the moon." End quote. Other theories have been floating around, with some saying that this is one of the reasons we haven't gone back to the moon, while others have said that secret moon missions have been sent to certain spots on the moon, and this is for the sole purpose of investigating these strange structures. When you read up on this though, officials have said that later Apollo missions never happened, and this was due to strict budgets, saying that proposals were scrapped altogether. Amateur researchers have suggested that instead of scrapping these missions, NASA did in fact go back to the moon, and this was without the public's knowledge. Believers have suggested though that something else was at play. They mention that during many of the Apollo missions unidentified flying objects have been encountered, and it's due to these encounters that led to the space agency wanting to explore certain regions more. Interestingly, many astronauts over the years have come forward with their own stories about seeing strange flying objects, and when they've been asked about the experience years later, many of them seem hesitant to comment on the matter, and then suggest that the experience was most likely something natural. It's behaviour like this that's caused some to put forward the idea that perhaps they were told not to talk about what they'd seen. NASA, though, are not impressed with these kinds of images, and have said that there's never been a pyramid or a mysterious flying object photographed on the moon, and said that what people are seeing is camera anomalies or pareidolia. This is where your mind plays tricks on you, and makes you think that something is there when it isn't. But others have questioned why previous employees would come up with these claims. Dr. Brian O'Leary, former NASA astronaut, said the following: "There is abundant evidence that we're being contacted, that civilizations have been visiting us for a very long time, that their appearance is bizarre from any kind of traditional materialistic Western point of view, that these visitors use technologies of consciousness. They use toroids. They use co-rotating magnetic disks for their propulsion systems that seem to be a common denominator of the UFO phenomenon." Antarctica has been a place of mystery for years. Ever since the first explorers touched down on this barren wasteland, various interesting and strange discoveries have been uncovered. Although the majority of these have helped us to better understand the landscape, there's groups of people who have theorized that Antarctica may be hiding advanced secrets. Although denied by researchers, scientists, and others who have studied the continent, there's a large group of people who suggest that Antarctica is littered with numerous anomalies, many of which can't be explained. One of the most recent ones to be shared is this one, with users saying that it looks like something has become exposed by the snow, noting that it appears to show a large circular formation on top of a mountain. The find was made using Google Earth, with those who've seen the images saying that it looks like it shows mysterious craft. For years now, people have been fascinated with the icy continent, and have used Google Earth to aid them in finding these alleged advanced aircrafts. Although scientists and researchers have tried to explain these sightings as nothing more than shifting ice, amateur researchers have said this isn't what they're seeing, and that also scattered across the icy continent is that of large buildings that resemble pyramids, saying that this could be what we're seeing because all across the world we have proof of giant pyramid-like structures, with some of them even being found underwater and under dense jungle regions. It's for this reason that some groups have put forward the idea that these mysterious buildings and aircrafts that can allegedly be seen in and around Antarctica may be linked. The supposed findings of unidentified flying objects found all across the Antarctic continent is not anything new. In fact, users have said that satellite surveillance is revealing more of these crafts as the ice begins to melt. They say that some of the most common places to see these sources is close to things like mountains, suggesting that the reason behind this is because they may have crashed, while others have said that these are actually archaeological discoveries, and that the melting ice is finally revealing them, noting that they could have been buried for thousands of years. Enthusiasts have also claimed that there is evidence of trapped unidentified flying objects deep within the glacial formations of the icy continent, trapped there and waiting to be uncovered by research teams stationed on the southern continent, noting that we have proof of large tank-like structures next to these downed aircrafts, and that this is proof that these are discoveries, and that the government have gone in to retrieve them. This has led a wide variety of theorists to believe that perhaps the governments of the world have been discovering these things for years now, and that secret research bases have been established in the continent in order to study them, and potentially find more that may be hidden underneath the ice. One thing that is for sure is that there's a number of research bases across Antarctica, and that there's reports of them carrying out strange activity on the surface, as well in subglacial lakes. There has been a number of reported findings on websites, where theorists of all kinds have claimed to have spotted secret and undisclosed research bases across the icy continent. There could be a secret location for international research efforts hidden from the public. This has spawned a number of legends and theories that claim that these research bases could be used for anything from a secret military base to that of bases that research the unknowns of our world. Though there is little evidence for this claim, the continent continues to be the prime location for such hidden research efforts that works to be isolated from any habitable conditions and prying eyes. Another strange theory surrounding the nature of the icy continent has been emerging in recent months that's left many wondering if Antarctica is truly as isolated as once believed. Reports of sudden changes in the weather, strange noises emerging from the ground, rivers of red water, and ice that appears to be almost aware of the people walking on it, moving and growing, has left many wondering if the glaciers that we've come to catalogue as nothing more than ice are actually alive, and that we don't fully understand them. Several strange phenomena surrounding the ice has come forward in recent years that help to support this theory. One such phenomenon is that of the singing ice. Researchers have found that when placing seismic sensors into the large glaciers located on the ice, they were detecting a strange low vibration, inaudible to human ears that stretch all throughout the miles of ice inhabiting the area. Others have even reported that after striking the ice, digging down, drilling, or doing any other invasive actions into the ice, it has caused a dramatic shift in the stability of the ice and the surrounding weather previously unpredicted, leading some to believe that the ice is actively defending and fighting back against such intrusions. As of right now, these are just all theories, and researchers and scientists who work in the region have said there's nothing strange going down in Antarctica, and that all of the alleged objects that can be seen and around the continent can be easily explained using everyday things. One researcher said that one of the most common explanations behind the alleged crust is that of shifting snow, and that the reason why they're seen close to things like mountains is because what's happened is a large piece of ice has fallen off and skidded along the surface of Antarctica, making it appear as though something crash-landed, when they say that's not what's happened. Regardless, believers have said that no one has come forward to explain why tanks have been seen surrounding these objects, noting that there's definitely something strange happening in Antarctica. So what do you make of these mysterious discoveries, and what do you think these mysterious objects are? Also, what do you make of the idea that Antarctica is home to large pyramid-like structures? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.